What is up, guys? It is Tool Guy Y here, and today I have a tech tip for you guys. And I'm gonna keep that tech tip pretty short and sweet because depending where you guys actually stop watching, it might be a little long. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so this week's tech tip is about making your own tools. And I like to personally save all my nuts, my bolts, and all the hardware from all the jobs I use. And all that is actually used when making my own tools. So I definitely recommend trying that out, saving some of the stuff that you actually use or have left over from your jobs, and using that to make your own tools. But there's 3 different reasons as to why I think making your tools are great. The first reason is that when you guys are on a job and you don't have the right tool, it allows you to complete the job by making your own tool, and it saves you a trip to the hardware store or the tool store. The second reason as to why I think that making your tools is good is that because when you guys don't know how to use a tool, you guys can make it cheaply, and you get to practice with it first before going out and buying an expensive one. By doing that, you guys don't have to worry about breaking it or damaging the expensive one, because you guys made it and it is cheaper. And the third reason is that you guys can actually get side jobs and regular jobs out, and by doing that, it allows you to earn some money and save up some money for a good one in the future. If you guys made your own tools, please send something my way via Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys came up with. But this is the end of Tech Tip Tuesday for this week. However, if you guys are actually interested in making your own tools, I'm going to be going over some of the stuff that I personally made. So please continue watching. Hope that gives you guys some ideas on what you guys can make and whatnot. But if not, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Alright, to start things off, I always save these bottles as well. When it comes to funnels, I found that gear oil bottles work the best because it comes with a little handle. So when you are pouring, in a tight pinch, you can always use this as a funnel. You have a handle, you just pour it in like this. It regulates airflow at the bottom and whatnot, so it doesn't get all choked up in here and start splashing up. So yeah, in a pinch, you guys can use gear oil bottles. They work the best. You can also use the actual oil bottles. Just cut the top off right here. But I like these because they work the best and you can always save them. And they're actually shaped like a funnel as well. Also, the reason why I like these is because the caps are great. These caps right here, I save them as well. And I save them for actual just like 5 oil bottles because they fit right on it. Brake fluid, they fit most brake fluid bottles and whatnot, and it allows you to pour easy without making a mess because it has like a little spout right here. And I know they do sell these they sell like spouts and stuff that go on to these normal quart size bottles, but to be honest, this works great. Just put it on. You can actually even put a hose on it if you want. But yeah, let's get into the next thing. Alright guys, so some of these right here are the tools that I've made. I have a couple at work that I just never brought home because they are too big, like a rolling stool. I did find a broken down rolling chair, so I just took it apart, made my own seat, and that saved me a bunch of money. I was actually looking to buy one of those, just so happened someone threw away the base, so I kept it and made one. And that saved me at least like 30-40 bucks right there. And the rest of this here is very easy to make. And we'll start off with this. This is a vacuum right here, air vacuum. So hook it up to your air hose. Basically just use some tubing, some air fittings right here. Tubing shoots the air down this way, causing a vacuum suction from here. Put an old sock over here, which you collect all the debris. And that's pretty much how it is. Very easy to make. Hose clamps, everything you can find in a shop. I didn't have to buy anything for this. I did find this attachment at home and just ended up using it as well. So that right here is something you guys can make, which is very easy. Next, I keep everything at work. After jobs, whatever I do, I always keep some stuff. So some people say it's bad. I think it's great because you can, for instance, when you're doing, like repairs and you need to remove the alternator, and there's that little collar thing that slides in and out. Most of the time you can actually hit it back with a hammer, because if you keep it in the same spot, it's gonna get hard to put the alternator back in. So you would want to push that that collar back in. Sometimes a hammer will work, but in those tight spaces, it may you may hit other things like the radiator, water pump, thermostat, anything close to it. So you can actually use this, just a bolt, 2 washers, a nut, and a socket. The collar goes over in here, or this goes over the collar right here, and then you tighten this, which pushes the collar out, which allows you to actually slip the alternator in with much ease. So that's something else you guys can think about making as well. And this really didn't cost me anything. All I did was use an old socket and some bolts that I kept around. This is the parasitic drain tester. I did make a video on this earlier. Basically all it is wires with DMM leads and alligator clips, with inline fuses. I believe I used old jumper pack clips and old DMM leads from a broken DMM. The only thing I really bought was the fuses. So I mean, that literally cost me like $2 to make. This is actually one of my favorite stuff that I've been making for a while, and that I've actually been keeping, which is radio removal tools. So Mercedes, Audis, Volkswagens, some BMWs, to remove their radios, you need tools, because it has clips. So what that does is, their radios, it doesn't like to show the clips to make it, I guess, more fancy, I'd say. So you would have to get these tools to actually stick it in place in the radio, and then you pry it, which releases the clips while you pull it out. And I actually made these radio removal tools out of old dipsticks and washer arm or wiper arm blades. So if you take apart the wiper arms, the wiper blades, you take it off, take the rubber off, take the little connectors off on the top that goes on the arms itself, you are left with these blades. Cut them, and you can cut however, you can cut the tip whatever you want, to make it easier. And those like wiper blades are really long, so you can have like, I don't know, you can make like 6 of these in one. So if the first one doesn't work out, just cut a new one. It's really great to make. And then for the grips, I just use heat shrink. So these are actually really great, and it was actually very fun to make. And to be honest, I don't think I'm ever gonna buy radio removal tools, because these work so well. Because what I did was I started off with regular straight ones, stuck it in, see what needed to actually be pushed in, started cutting away, and it only takes like, I don't know, like 20 seconds to grind it down. And then you're just left with something that really works for you, something that you understand, something that you see and know how it works when removing. So I'm very happy with these. I haven't seen anyone make these before, and I thought this was actually a really good tip as well. So keep that in mind if you are going to make your tools, and you do work on Audis, Volkswagens, BMWs, Mercedes. You guys can always make radio removal tools too. And like I said before, you can make like 6 of them, so I always keep everything, like I said. So I have tons of them. I gave a couple away to some of my coworkers, because they needed some as well. But yeah, so you're just left with so much endless possibilities on what to do with these, and there's so much ways it will work for you as well. Also, if you guys do work on a lot of BMWs, fuel injectors, their fuel injectors, the newer ones, the ones that need to be coated, they come in this little plastic case, which is great for holding stuff. I like to keep those. Great stuff. Cheap. I mean, they're not cheap, but if you work on them, they're free, and they make really great storage compartments. So definitely look out for these too. Next thing we have is the brake bleeding bottle. I don't understand why people buy these, to be honest. Some coworkers of mine, they do have a some name brand bottles and whatnot, with the chain and the and the hook at the top. I just don't understand why you would buy this. It's literally just a bottle with a hose and a hook so you can, hook it onto the caliper, hook the hose onto the caliper, and as you bleed, the fluid goes into the bottle and will spill, it won't spill anywhere. So I don't understand why someone would actually buy this. It's very easy to make. All you need is a bottle. Literally all you need is a bottle and a hose. You can get fancy with the hook like me. But yeah, it's literally like, I spent nothing on this. I used a leftover wire hanger from something I was making, extra hose that I had. Literally $0. Very easy to make, and I definitely recommend doing this because it keeps your job so much cleaner as well. Lastly, we have the smoke tester, and this one cost me a little more money. I did spend, I think, like $20 on it. This was like, the alligator clips were $5 with the inline fuse. I did use 26 gauge Kanthal wire with tiki wicks, and yeah, so the whole thing cost me like $20. I ran it with a old cookie case I had, old TPMS stem, and I bought a fish tank pump, aquarium pump, because the aquarium pump doesn't push out a lot of like air, so the PSIs are very low. And then what you do is you just hook it up to the battery, and the current resistance start smoking in here. The aquarium pump pushes it out of the hose. I do need to buy some other hose, but that's pretty much how it is. And this saved me a bunch of money. I spent $20 on it. People make these online, and they sell them, better quality obviously, but they do sell this for about like $90 to $150. And there are crazy costly smoke machines out there, but for now, this is actually going to work out for me very well. It's allowing me to do more side jobs at home. So yeah, so keep that in mind when you guys are when you guys are stuck in a situation, you need something real quick, like you need a punch or something, or vacuums or any of these things. Always remember that you can make them. Something simple like this is very easy to make and will save you a lot of time and a lot of money if you can figure out how to make it. So that is my tech tip for you guys today. Stay tuned for next week's tech tip. I'm sorry this was so long, but I just got very excited when making my own tools and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked or found this video informative, please support me by smashing that like button and subscribing to my channel for more how-to and tool review videos. Also, check me out on Instagram at ToolGuyY, where I post daily. Thank you guys again for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Shoots!